everybody, welcome back to the Hill Homestead. We thought today would be a good opportunity to show you guys kind of what it's like in a day in our lives. This is kind of the weekend edition, so it's a little bit different because we couldn't really do morning chores on video because normally I do them and it's dark. I get up pretty early to get things done and get into work. I normally get into work by about 7, and that's about when the sun is starting to rise up. So if I did it in the morning for a real day in the life, all you guys would see is this. You'd see this, and I don't think this would make very good video quality. But my routine in the morning is I wake up at about 5:30. I go out, drink a cup of coffee, and I put that headlamp on, and I go out and I do the chores, which then gives me enough time to come back in and drink another cup of coffee and get lunches ready and everything, and I head into work. But that's my typical routine. Desiree works full-time as well as a teacher, and so she typically beats me home. So she does these chores most evenings if she doesn't have like a softball lesson or something like that. But our weekends are typically filled with errands or projects on Saturdays. Sundays we kind of try to hang out and enjoy each other and our time together. But 6 days a week we try to get as much stuff around here done as we can. So we're going to take you through a day in the life with us, so sit back and enjoy. Thanks for watching. So on weekends, especially, as well as evenings, that's typically when we take the opportunity to dump out water troughs and clean them out, spray them out, and get everybody fresh water. In the mornings, it's really difficult to get all that in the small amount of time that I do have. Yes, I could get up earlier, but again, I really don't want to. So I have a routine set, and we do waters in the evenings. It's a lot easier to do it that way, and we can kind of incorporate it into our evening chores. So you might have the question, if I don't have a large area, how do I manage the smell of a homestead or a farm or whatever term you might use? And the simple answer for us has been wood chips. And where we keep some of our animals in a confined area to put on as much weight as possible, as quickly as possible for our slaughter stuff, then the answer has been our wood chips. Wood chips are typically very inexpensive. You can call up a local forestry, tree service, something like that in your area. And sometimes those guys, they don't have any place to put them. So a lot of times they'll either sell them for you for super cheap or they'll give them to you for free. And they give them to you in large quantities. So if you don't have a barn to store them in to keep them dry, you can put them outside and cover them with a tarp, and they will be just fine, and they will last you for months. It doesn't take a lot. A little bit goes a long way. It covers up the poop. And then once poop gets put on top of it by your animals stomp around on it, lay in it, things like that. Those wood chips typically go into the ground or, you know, in that bedding, and it just stacks up, becomes compost. Perfect for raised garden beds, perfect for your garden in general. The manure, you know, it is black gold in another sense. And I know for us, when we put it on our gardens, it has done really, really well and produced a lot of great vegetables for us in our garden.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm starting my morning here at the softball field. We're going to give a pitching lesson first thing this morning here to start off our Saturday.
All right, guys, so I am out doing those errands that I was talking about. My specific errands today is I have to go get a haircut. I don't like my hair growing very long. If I can wake up in the morning and my hair is messed up from the bed, then it's time for me to get a haircut. Luckily for me, that's about once a month. But Desiree is going to a softball lesson. She has an hour-long lesson at 9 o'clock. Most days she does that on the weekdays, but on occasion, one will fall on the weekend. And she is very good at what she does. So she really likes it. And I think she does really well with those kids that she coaches. And I think that they have a lot of fun doing it. And that's what's important, especially at the ages that they are. It's important for them just to love the game and see it as a fun process, and I think Des does a really good job at making it fun for them while also bringing in some seriousness and technique and the fundamentals of the game. So I'm gonna go get my ears lowered and we'll tell you what's next.
All right, guys, I just finished up my pitching lesson. We worked for about an hour. We really worked on having good drive off the mound and having good whip in our arm. It's progressing really well. Little backstory there. I started giving pitching lessons about 2 years ago for some younger girls in our local Little League. I really enjoy working with some of the younger kids. I spend most of my softball coaching time at the high school level, being a high school coach. So I really like being able to work with some of the younger girls and help the Little League that's going to feed our high school. So that's really exciting for me. I'm on my way now to meet up with Austin to get the rest of our day started. So stay tuned.
All right, so we finally met up and we are meeting some family for some breakfast over here this morning. And then after that, we are going to go over to Orr's Farmers Market. Is that what it's called? Orr's Farmers Market, and probably pick up some apple cider donuts, and apples. So we look forward to doing that, and we'll take you guys along. So we just got back from our errands that we were doing. I went and got my hair cut. Des had her softball lesson. We met up with some family for some brunch, I guess. It was late breakfast, early lunch. And then we went over to Orr's, like we talked about, and we bought some apple cider and a half peck of apples. The place was really nice. There was a lot of people there, and they actually let you sample the apples before you buy them. So it was all a good experience over there. They had lots of pumpkins for sale, things of that nature, a bunch of fall decorations. But after that, we were talking about what projects we wanted to get done this weekend, and something that we wanted to start on, that we've been meaning to start on for a long time, has been coating this roof on the barn. So we picked up some 301 asphalt roof and foundation coating and some brushes, while I brush it on with this broom brush. Des is going to be filling in the cracks with this hand brush. So we're going to get up on the roof and we're going to get it started. May or may not get it done today. I wasn't exactly sure of the square footage before we went, so I may have to run back out one day this week and get some more. So put a time lapse on it and we'll see how it goes. All right, so we're about halfway finished. We did the backside. We're gonna work our way back towards our ladder from the barn side over to the trailer side. And it's actually going a lot better than I thought it would. I didn't think $2 would do it. While the other side is pretty thin right now, we may have to add some touch-up spots and maybe an extra coating. It's going well. It's changing the colors, so that's what we were aiming for, just to protect it from rusting any worse and causing some damage and making us redo our entire roof. So I'm gonna flip it to the other side of the barn and we'll get started on this side. All right, so we just finished putting the first layer and hopefully the last of that, what is it? Roof sealant on there. It kind of, confused us because at first it goes on brown, and then once the sun hits it and dries it up, it goes to black. So it makes it easy for us to see what we can or what we did and did not get. We know that along the top of the roof, there are going to be touch-ups, as well as a strip up there that I did not get. But doing that, we realized how many things that we need to fix up there. There are some nails missing that we need to put new nails in. And like I say, being at the top, looking down from the first layer that we did on the backside, we were able to see what we need to go back and touch up. As you can see, Des was running the brush and I was running the broom. Got a little bit smarter on the second side and started pouring it on a little thicker so it would cover more room without me keeping having to press it into the paint bucket and wiping more on. But that's the first for us. It needed done and I think it went well. Hopefully it gives this roof a lot more years before we ever have to redo it. We did get plenty of that stuff on us. Des has some on her face from wiping her forehead and her cheek. We had an abnormal amount of stink bugs up there, more than we were used to.
And I hate stink bugs. And
she is terrified of stink bugs. So, but we made it through without falling off the roof, so I call that a win. Now we are going to first go get a drink of water, and then we're gonna do our evening chores and maybe eat dinner. We'll see. We had a big brunch, so we'll see what we can get into, but we'll let you know. So we went through, we fed everybody. Now with the time that we've got left this evening, we are going to spray down the heifers and the steer. So Put that on a time lapse again. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this day in the life, but please understand that it is a weekend day in the life. This is Saturday. Everything you've seen on this clip today was done today. You know, there are some touch-up things we probably will do tomorrow, especially pertaining to the barn roof, but you know, we like to be outside. We like to be busy. Most importantly, we like to do these things together. For those of you who don't know me, I was once a school teacher prior to going full-time into lawn care. And I actually worked with my wife. We worked in the same school for 2 years. And the reason I left the school system had nothing to do with working with my wife. I love going to work with my wife every single day. We ate lunch together every day. Anytime she needed a vent, she came to my room, and vice versa. So it is crucial for us here to work together on chores, projects. We love it. It's not because we have to. We just enjoy spending time with each other. And, you know, I think it really helps our relationship. And, you know, I think it would help anybody's. But aside from that, I talked about morning chores throughout the week. I wake up at 5:30. It's still pitch dark outside. So that is really, and in the evening when Desiree does the chores by herself. But other than that, if we are home together, we're doing it together. If I could give you any advice, if you're looking to start a homestead and you are worried that you don't have enough time in the morning to maybe do your chores, or you know, just think about waking up an hour, 30 minutes earlier. But the important thing is to have those things ready the night before. So right now we have everything ready for tomorrow morning's chores. All I have to do is walk into the garage, pick up my buckets, and walk out, and then go do the feeding. And if they need water, I'll water them. But that's my 2 cents on that. But I hope you guys can tell, you know, it might be tiring, but we really do enjoy what we do on a daily basis. Just like any other job in the world, there's frustrations to it. But this is a very small portion of our week. It is one day. And hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, again, please like, subscribe, and go tell a friend to come hang out with us, because we like hanging out with you guys. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.